So, why did you decide to become a social studies teacher?
Had a lot of experience working with kids and coaching and after-school programs. So I found out that I had a passion for working with kids, and the subject matter that I'm most excited about was history and the social sciences. So that led me to finishing those degrees and then getting my teacher certification.
So, why did you want to work at New Tech? I know you worked at, was it Whittier that you worked at last year? Why did you choose to come to New Tech this year?
I was excited about a new challenge and excited about the model and the opportunity to do something different and be a part of a change initiative, I guess.
Okay. So, what's your favorite part of your job? Is there a special part of your job that you really look forward to during the day, or?
I really like rolling out new projects, and I really like collaborating and writing those. So working with Miss Ross is fun for me to have somebody to bounce ideas off of and work with, instead of constantly trying to do things on your own. And, I really like the excitement of a new project, I guess.
So, what's a typical day in the life of Russ Townsend?
Oh, wow. Right. Well, I'll obviously edit this for school purposes. Take out all the violence. I balance a lot of things, and I'm active with my family and getting my girls and my wife even around town. I like being active and going places. And then I also, coach a lot of soccer outside of here, and so I guess it's constantly juggling matches, schedules to try and make things work and fit. I very rarely sit down. I built a theater room in my house, and I'm hardly ever in it. So I'd like to remedy that, but I'm pretty much, if you count 8 hours here and then usually 2 hours a night with kids outside of here, I usually spend anywhere 10 to 12 hours a day with adolescents. So I definitely get my fill of that, and then whatever extra pursuits I get, I guess outside of that.
So, what's a typical day in the life of Russ Townsend?
Oh, wow. Right. Well, I'll obviously edit this for school purposes. Take out all the violence. I balance a lot of things, and I'm active with my family and getting my girls and my wife even around town. I like being active and going places. And then I also, coach a lot of soccer outside of here, and so I guess it's constantly juggling matches, schedules to try and make things work and fit. I very rarely sit down. I built a theater room in my house, and I'm hardly ever in it. So I'd like to remedy that, but I'm pretty much, if you count 8 hours here and then usually 2 hours a night with kids outside of here, I usually spend anywhere 10 to 12 hours a day with adolescents. So I definitely get my fill of that, and then whatever extra pursuits I get, I guess outside of that.
So, what is it like to work at New Tech? Is it a lot different than working at a typical school, or?
Yeah, it's definitely way different than teaching at a typical school. I mentioned earlier that collaborative teaching, that team teaching environment is way different and rewarding. And then being with the kids or seeing the kids, all day is a big change. Usually you have the kids 45 minutes and then they're gone, and you're on to the next kid, and it's kind of a cycling through. So here we interact with each other a lot more often than we typically would.
So, do you have any previous jobs that you'd like to talk about? Anything that you feel everyone should know about?
Oh. What else have I done? I mentioned, I worked in a lot of the after-school programs and then coaching soccer before choosing to get into education. I worked the summer before I started teaching. I worked for a roofing company, putting shingles on houses, and that really helped me value my college education and not having to do that every day, because I truly feel I can wake up and look forward to my day going to work and I don't dread it. And when I roofed houses, I woke up every single day praying for rain so that I did not have to go. Even though they were going to pay me handsomely for it, I did not want to go. So that's something that I think is positive regarding anything else. To have your profession be something that you enjoy doing and being there is a good thing.
All right, so you mentioned a little bit of this earlier, but what are the perks of working at New Tech as opposed to a traditional high school?
I really like our ability to be flexible. So if there's something that we want to do, it's not hard to shift the schedule or talk to another teacher and have them step in while you go do something or whatever. We have the ability to kind of do what we want. And if there was a field trip opportunity or a guest speaker, it's much easier to organize and get that moving than having to work around an entire school schedule of 1,000 kids and that many staff members. So I really like that flexibility.
All right, so what sort of certification or education do you have that makes you a better candidate for this job? Why do you think that you were chosen over the other people that applied for this job?
The interview committees would never be able to say that good looks goes into it, but I have to believe it was a factor. I think that my background in working in middle schools, I see this as kind of a collaborative teaming type thing. So it actually fit nicely into coming into this model. I'm used to working with other people, I think more even than some high school teachers in the traditional high schools. And I don't know, this is what I do. Working with kids is pretty much what I do all the time, so I'm able to show that that's a passion of mine and a driving force behind what it is that I'm trying to do. And then I've been, active on a lot of things within the district, different committees, and showing that I'm willing to go above and beyond to help make things successful or help make things work. So I think I made a good candidate for getting the school off the ground, I guess.
So, do you know who the Teletubbies are?
Correct.
Yep. All right. So, do you have a favorite Teletubby?
I don't think I know the names. But my favorite was always the red one. Is it Poe?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's Poe. All right.
Darn it, I do know the name.
And this last one that was chosen by popular demand is who is your favorite coworker or student?
My favorite coworker or student?
Or student.
Oh, okay. I have to say definitely Miss Ross, my favorite coworker. And my favorite student would be the one that masters the art of Kung Fu and the ninja arts the fastest. So I guess I'm still searching for that individual.
All right. Is there any closing comments or something you want everyone to remember about you? Is there anything, just one last thing you'd like to say?
Just say, I love the effort and the bravery that everybody has put into this year at New Tech and figuring out an entirely new model and taking a risk on something new and being able to accept challenges and work through them for what we all understand is going to be the greater good for the teachers and the students. So I'm just proud of what everybody has done this year.
All right.